College of Art and Design Commencement for the class of 2017. Congratulations to all of the graduates and to all of their families and friends who joined us today. And for those of you to whom it applies, happy Mother's Day tomorrow. I want to recognize our honored guest speaker, Ingrid Schaffner, who will be introduced later in the program. And I want to thank the members of the Board of Trustees and Managers for their stewardship of this wonderful institution. Thank you. Well, despite the rain, what a happy day. As graduates, you are crossing the threshold of the future into a world that is more visual than ever. Here is what you are carrying over that doorstep. Experience, knowledge that you will draw from to create, the capacity to keep learning, and artistic ability refined, and more intrinsically, you carry your confidence, your power, and your network. As intellectual, artist, teacher, curator, designer, and entrepreneur, you walk toward your next step supported by this institution and with a competitive advantage. You are expert in solving problems creatively, and you have the capacity to accept criticism and to learn from it. You are entering a society that has a heightened embrace of what you do, of who you are. More than ever, we are in a visual world where there is need for the ability to see and the capacity to create. And you are poised to combine the savvy and self-confidence you gained here at Moore to take your place in this world. I want to thank each of you for your caring and kindness this last year. I've been overwhelmed by the little gestures of your class, the smiles, the how are yous. They did not go unnoticed, and because the energy they've become the energy I've drawn from this year. I'm grateful for your kindness. Thank you very much. All right, I'm done. Okay, this has been a challenging year politically and socially as well. But there was a very bright spot, an illuminating message that I want you to carry with you as you begin your journey into the future. It comes from a statement made by Senator Mitch McConnell when he was referring to the silencing of Senator Elizabeth Warren's recitation of the words from 1986 of Coretta Scott King on the floor of the United States Senate when addressing the issue of the confirmation of Jeff Sessions for U.S. Attorney General. Following the Senate vote in favor of silencing, he said, "She was warned. She was given an explanation. Nevertheless, she persisted." While it may have been said as a criticism, I believe it has been construed as a compliment. This illumination of the notion of persistence is something I want you to carry with you forever. It will not let you down. Persistence is determination in action. Some would say stubborn commitment is the stubborn commitment to making an idea happen. It will come in all shapes and sizes in your lifetime. It will mean going to the studio even though you don't feel like it. Making that phone call even though you would rather send a text. Dragging yourself to a friend's opening because they need you to be there. talking to a colleague that you don't know because you have to further your network. Persistence is subjugating what you don't want to do in the interest of what you must do. Because it is right. Because it will help. Because deep down you know you should. It can involve a moral imperative or an act of bravery, such as Senator Warren, or it can be motivated by benign self-interest. Your talent and intellect will only get you so far, but persistence will take you the rest of the way. In addition to everything you've gained from your time at the college, please remember, never give up. Go around, confront the barriers, climb over the roadblocks ahead, and have confidence and security in the knowledge that you are a Moore graduate and that you can do anything you set your mind to. That's right. I wish you the best. I truly do. And on your journey, you will always be part of the Moore community. Congratulations again to the class of 2006. Moore College of Art and Design is a private institution with a public purpose. It is governed by a board of managers and trustees that ensure we are financially and educationally sound. I would like to acknowledge Marta Adelson, Art Block, Jack Donnelly, Francis Graham, Sis Bernald, Colin Orton, Sharon Parks, Tim Patterson, Joan Stern, and Keith Straw from the Board of Managers and Trustees, and to thank them for their service. Thank you very much. Their investment of time, talent, and resources generate scholarships, guide us in our strategic thinking, and connect us to the worlds of art and business. It takes many people to keep the college going, process the records, generate scholarships, and attend to the well-being of the students. I would like to acknowledge the hard-working staff and to thank them. Would staff members please stand to be recognized? This is a particular occasion in that this is Dean Ruth Robinson's last commencement after 17 years of serving the college, and I would be remiss if I did not wish her the very best as she begins her next year. I couldn't put that in the script or she would have made me take it out. The most important work of the college happens in the classroom and the studio. We are grateful to the faculty whose hard work, strong investment in the students, and reputation as artists and scholars strengthen the institution and the students, of course. Our graduates consistently cite their relationships with their professors as being one of the most valuable parts of their experience at Moore. Will faculty please stand and be recognized by the students and their families? And lastly, graduates, there are people at this commencement who've made your journey possible through their love, their support, and their commitment to your studies. I would like to ask the family and friends of our students to stand and be recognized for their love and loyalty. it's time to honor our students. Every year, the college elects a representative from the graduating class to serve on the board of managers. Students are nominated by faculty and administration and must submit a resume, write an essay about how they might serve as the class representative to the board of managers, and then be interviewed by members of the board leadership committee. This year's representative is interior design major Tricia Chanda. Can Tricia please stand? Well done. Well done. Well done. The visionary woman scholars are recruited for their potential as artists and scholars and receive a significant tuition scholarship. Support for these scholarships comes from fundraising through the annual Visionary Woman Awards dinner, when the college honors women who have made significant contributions to the arts. These students are wearing silver cords. Please stand when I call your name and remain standing until all have been called, and if you would please hold your applause until then. The students are Shane Amelie Bates, Interior Design. Shane Amelie Bates, there we go. Randy Alexander Bellamy. Noah L. Boyle. Katie Marie Brubaker. Tricia Chanda. Stephanie Chapala. Sadie Entwistle. Shiloh Hope Lenz. Julia S. Leventhal. Olivia Ann Lutiero. Lucy Vernice Sanchez. Phoebe Morgan and Casey Potts. Let's give them a round of applause. Another of our significant signature programs at the college is the Emerging Leaders in the Arts program. The purpose of this program is to develop participants' skills as leaders. These leaders do volunteer work in the many arts-related organizations in Philadelphia. They network with members in their field of interest and are given special support as they make their transition into the art world as they graduate. The graduating emerging leaders of the arts are wearing blue cords to reflect their participation in the program. Please stand when I call your name and remain standing until all have been called. Also, audience, please hold your applause until the last leader is called. Thank you. Megan Laura Bucker, Randy Alexandra Bellamy, Carly Caulfield, Victoria Lee Dallas, Emily Lynn Jensen, Olivia Ann Lutiero, Abigail Teresa McGrath, Katie O'Neill, Wilson Eric Smith, Elaine Lynn Tomasello, Alana, sorry. Are you all standing? Let's give them a round. All students who have a 3.85 or higher are graduating with highest honors. Summa cum laude, highest honors. These students are wearing gold cords. Please stand when I call your name and remain standing until all have been called. Katie Marie Brubaker, illustration. Emily Lynn Jensen, fine arts. Kimberly Michelle McLinden, fashion design. And Wilson Ariel Smith, illustration. And last but not least, by the way, shall we clap for them? And last but not least, the valedictorian, who is the student with the highest cumulative average in the class. The valedictorian for the class of 2017, with a GPA of 3.94, is Shiloh Hope Lenz. Shiloh, can you please come to the podium? Shiloh majors in graphic design, taking after her mother, Laurie, who graduated from Moore in 1991. Moore was Shiloh's first choice college, and she made the most of her time here. Shiloh commuted an hour each way to get here, and she worked 2 jobs. Let's see, if you attended our fashion show last night, Shiloh designed the invitation, the poster, and the ticket.
Fitzgibbon. And good morning, faculty, staff, members of the board, family, friends, and graduating seniors of the class of 2017. It is a blessing and an honor to have this chance to speak to you today. To my fellow graduates, congratulations. We have come such a long way from our early days here at Moore. And while we may look all put together as we sit here now, aside for the rain, it was only just a few years ago that we still needed a map to find our way around a school this small. Now that our time is finished here, we have a chance to look back and laugh at how little we knew. Programs that we never used, art supplies we never even heard of, people we didn't know would become our best friends, professors who maybe seemed intimidating but turned out to be our favorites, opportunities and honors we never dreamed for ourselves, and art that we never imagined we could make. While we learned so much in the past few years in so many aspects of our lives, most of what we learned at Moore came from our classes, our professors, critiques, and homework. But we also learned a lot from things outside the classroom. We learned from the friendships we have formed, from exploring the city, from connections we made, and the experience we got at our internships. But I think where we learned the most was sometimes in our struggles. Because with every new challenge that we learned to overcome, we grew stronger to face the next one. Maybe those challenges came in the form of a difficult assignment, trying to balance a job with piles of homework, learning a new skill, or going back to the drawing board when you need to do better. We probably all had at least one meltdown in our time here when we were overwhelmed with tasks that seemed almost impossible. But we always got them done. And it was in those times that we learned the most about ourselves. And it was through those times that we found some of the most rewarding experiences. Personally, my favorite moment here at Moore was the night of our senior show. I was never more proud of the amazing women at Moore than when I looked around to see so many people enjoying the art that I watched my friends and classmates work so hard to make. While we may have stressed and agonized about the details leading up to the event, on that night we could finally relax and celebrate the work that we created and our growth as women and artists who successfully faced every challenge that led up to it. While we came to Moore to learn about art, it also taught us a lot more than just that. Now as we are about to graduate, we are at a strange in-between. On one hand, there is a feeling of excitement for everything we learned, overcame, and accomplished here. But in the back of our minds, there's also a feeling of nervousness and the uncertainty of what our future holds as we leave Moore. Some of us may have things all figured out, but life never goes exactly as planned. And some of us may have no idea what our future holds. What's important to remember is that it's okay if you don't know exactly what your next step is. You have proven by the fact that you're sitting here today that you can find your way. While Moore never taught us that a career in art would be easy, it did teach us that we can be confident as we move forward into our careers as artists. It taught us the skills gave us the schools, and prepared us to find our next step. Whether we find it tomorrow, next week, or somewhere farther along in the future. As you search for your dream job, remember every part of the journey that got you here today. Remember what you learned about the field that you've chosen and what you've learned about yourself. Remember how proud you felt at the senior show or the fashion show, and that your work is beautiful and that each student here is uniquely and immensely talented. Most importantly, remember that you're not alone. The same family that supported you, the same professors who guided you, and the same friends that cheered you on, and the same amazing classmates who believe in you and inspire you will always be there for you. If there's one thing that you take with you as you leave Moore, choose to be like the people that were there for you. Choose to be someone who inspires and encourages others to do their best. And be sure that you thank them today for where you are now. Because in many ways we know we wouldn't be here without them. So thank you to my mom for teaching me about art from the day I was born. Thank you to my amazing family, friends, and boyfriend for supporting me in every step in this journey. And thank you to my God for every blessing during my time at Moore. Thank you to my professors for sharing your knowledge and for inspiring me. And of course, thank you to my amazing friends at Moore and the most awesome graphic design class ever. Who are we? We have all done wonderful things as individuals, and together as the class of 2017, we are one amazing group of artists, scholars, and designers that I know will go out into the world with a passion to make it a more beautiful place. Fellow graduates, keep up the great work. I look forward to seeing what you do out there. Thank you and God bless.
Thank you, Shiloh. A prize has been established honoring Dr. Happy Fernandez, Moore's 7th president, who led the college for 13 years and was a tireless champion of Moore's mission to educate students for careers in art and design. Raising money for leadership programs, new scholarships, and funded internships was a particular focus of Dr. Fernandez. The senior prize is presented to a graduating senior who was an exemplary leader in her time at Moore. The selection committee interviewed 15 outstanding candidates for this prize. 15. They only got to choose one. And had a very difficult decision to make. The recipient this year is Chene Amelie Bates. Chene, please come to give your remarks. Chene's ability to articulate how her leadership experiences have shaped her made her the perfect candidate for the prize. Chene's leadership would make Happy very proud. Chene?
Thank you, Cecelia, and to the faculty, staff, and students of Moore. I thank you for all of your contributions supporting my education. And to the faculty, staff, and students of Moore, I apologize for the time that you had to deal with me during my education here at Moore. I wanted to say a special thank you to Emma Irvine for finding me at the community college and telling me that I belonged here at Moore and bringing me. And a special thank you to Ruth Robbins for saving me. She saw that I was drowning and she pulled me into her office and taught me how to save myself. Thank you. For those who don't know me, I am the interior design student that the girls call Mom. And I can't stand those girls. but I love each one of you very much. Outside of interior design, I consider myself fortunate to have shared classrooms with many of you. The energy that surrounds your ideas I found inspiring and motivating, and I'm grateful for my experience here at Moore with you. Years ago, from high school, I had the opportunity to attend Moore. Problem was, I didn't know what an artist was. I thought they painted all day. I was so naive when I was your age. I didn't know anything outside of my world, and my world was small. I didn't know life was hard, and I didn't know how easy it is to fall. I grew up in the suburbs of Philadelphia with my 3 siblings. Our parents worked hard to provide us with endless opportunity and privilege. On Monday, a true testament to who they are as people, they will be celebrating 41 years of marriage. My parents laid down a comfortable path for me to succeed when I was young, and all that it provided, I took for granted. Let me share with you how I felt. Around your age, in my early 20s, is when I began to get lost. Without an identity or feeling of purpose, anxiety and fear consumed me. Any self-confidence I had was diminishing. What was hardest for me to learn was that in this world, you are your own responsibility. You cannot depend on other people, possessions, or situations to carry you through. Depending on others in life reminds me of riding a seesaw when I was a little girl. I'm not sure if they still exist. Much playground equipment from back in my day has been banned. As a kid, I remember how it felt when someone jumped off the other side of that seesaw and I hit the ground. People, jobs, situations you depended on, in the blink of an eye can disappear. Life drops you so hard sometimes it knocks the wind out of you. Everyone has struggles in life. How do you endure them? Me? I began to drink for the sole reason of numbing those pains and forgetting those days. And after years of it, I lost everything. Worst of all, my self-respect. Luckily, I got in trouble. I paid my dues and served my time, and then 6 years ago, I walked into what I thought was to be a woman's retreat. Little did I know, I was admitting myself into a long-term inpatient rehabilitation center, and for the next 8.5 months, I was living with 24 other women in a place where individual rights are privileges. Shortly into that time, I received a letter from my father. These are the words he wrote that have stuck with me. At this point in life, you're alarmingly short of 2 important traits, hope and perseverance. In the short term, perseverance complements hope. In the long term, perseverance is what delivers your dreams. He explains further. Hope and perseverance is something we grow during our lifetime based on how we deal with the difficulties we encounter. If we get through difficulties, the hope and perseverance in us becomes stronger. Building these qualities is critical to achievement and, in the end, happiness. I read that letter every day. During that time, I used bike riding as a healthy alternative to dealing with stress. Bike rides became small feats of personal accomplishment. There were hills. I hate hills. But I couldn't avoid them like I could not avoid the obstacles that were in my life. I had to find a way over if I wanted to continue. So I learned to dig down deep when it came time to tackle hills and the obstacles that knocked the wind out of you. I might not have made it to the top of the hill the first time, but I persevered. And I can attest, what's more rewarding than reaching the summit is turning around to all that is past and realizing everything that I have overcome to get to where I'm standing. My time at Moore has awarded me self-actualization, something I was unfamiliar with before arriving. It's the realization of one's God-given talents and potential. I believe that being a leader means to live by example and using those God-given talents and potentials to be the best version of yourself. Moore helped me to clearly define that. Class of 2017, what is the best version of yourself? Who are you? My father wrote in that letter, you are the leaders of you. And to be successful as that leader, you need hope and perseverance. Ladies, if you don't know what makes you tick, spend time with yourself. Notice when you feel uncomfortable and lean into it. Understand why. Your life experiences and how you choose to respond to them define who you are. You must get to know that genuine person inside of you. She will be the one you will depend on. She will be the one tackling those hills with you. And she will make mistakes. Everyone makes mistakes in life. Don't be ashamed or embarrassed. I promise your mistakes will make you stronger. Because even though they've banned dangerous playground equipment to keep people from getting hurt, doesn't mean life won't happen. You are prepared and you are highly capable graduates for more. You are artists, and I now know that being an artist means giving that slightly crazy person inside of you the freedom to be free. Because that is the best version of yourself. Time goes by fast. Ironically, tonight is my 20th high school year reunion. And it feels like just yesterday I was your age. But gravity, wrinkles, and certain areas of sagging will surely confirm that I have surely passed my 20s. But that crazy person that is inside of me still exists, same as she ever was. She will be with me forever, and she is the one thing in this world that I can depend on. I pray that you find the same. Tomorrow is Mother's Day, my mother. I know that it's because of my mother that I am capable of digging down deep when the wind gets knocked out of me. I hear her voice every day in my head, encouraging me to persevere. So on this day, let me replay some words of hers that are forever stuck in my head. Because you guys need to enjoy these days in your life. You need to enjoy today. Celebrate yourself with your family and friends. And in the words of my mother, have a great day, make the most of it.
You are the leader of you. Marian Locks was a fierce advocate for Philadelphia trained and educated artists, and a pioneer who founded one of the first galleries in Philadelphia devoted exclusively to contemporary art. Beginning in 1968, the Locks Gallery became known as a showcase for new and emerging local artists and the nexus for young artists and collectors to gather and share ideas. The Locks Career Center at Moore was established with support of the Locks family. The Locks family has also dedicated the establishment of the Marian Locks Award at Moore College of Art and Design. This competitive award pays tribute to Marian Locks, her pioneering spirit. The award creates a powerful way for more students to explore career opportunities and possibilities for the 21st century marketplace while fostering innovative thinking. The Marian Locks Award may be used to supplement income, enable post-baccalaureate internships or service, facilitate postgraduate travel and research, or help support graduate study. The winner of the Marian Locks Award was selected based on her outstanding potential to benefit from an opportunity to explore career possibilities. All of the awards selected today were reviewed by outside jurors who have an awareness of the mission of Moore and who are integrally involved in the cultural community. And here is an excerpt from the essay of the Marian Locks Award winner. 4 years ago, before entering Moore College of Art and Design, I would not have had the confidence to apply for this distinguished award honoring Marian Locks. After years of being told no, and you can't, I began to hear, yes you can. Becoming a Moore woman confirmed that I had value, that I had something unique to offer and to pass on. This sense of personal achievement has been made possible by Moore's belief in advocating career opportunities for women. Now, I have been accepted into the only MFA in performance art in the country at the School of Art at the Art Institute of Chicago, where I will continue my vision of candidly expressing my personality through the medium of performance and painting, with the hope that I will one day exhibit on both a national and international level. The Marian Locke Senior Award will help me bridge my cathartic practice with my belief in art's role in healing. I am passionate about art's role and demonstrating how this will contribute to my success as a professional artist, educator, and as a national advocate for the mentally ill. My mother single-handedly has sacrificed so that I could attend more. She has been my greatest champion, and the Marian Locke Senior Award will lift a significant financial weight off our shoulders, and through my success, honor my mother who has believed in me. I've had struggles and surmounted them, but my illness has not made me a lesser person. Indeed, it and more have inspired me to persevere fearlessly, remain true to myself, and appreciate the joy of the journey. The winner of the Marian Locke Award is Katie O'Neill, Fine Arts major. Katie, please come to the stage to receive the award. And now it's my pleasure to introduce Ms. Harrington, who is the president of the Faculty Forum.
Thank you, Madam President. I really appreciate the introduction. I'll try to keep it brief. I know there's a lot of parents here who want to see their daughters walk across this stage and get their diplomas. And as the president of the Faculty Forum, I can say that our distinguished faculty feels the same way. While you have one daughter here, perhaps, we have 85. And we're really anxious to see them get their diplomas. And I'm going to have to be pretty frank with some of you guys who are a little easier to raise than the others, but we got through that okay over the past 4 years. Today is a great day. It's a wonderful day. It may be raining outside. It may be gray and gloomy, but it's a great day for all of us. And that great day is going to continue through your career. There's going to be times in your career when it's going to seem like the rain is never going to stop. It's going to seem like it's gray, and you're going to be a little depressed about it. But remember, the sun comes out. And for all of us sitting here, it's been the same way for us. But you are different than other people that are graduating from colleges because you're creative individuals. Creative individuals create their own opportunities. And when you create that opportunity, you're going to make that sun come out. So don't sit around and wait for the sun to come out and sit in your room or wait for an opportunity. Get out there and create those opportunities for yourself. And you're going to find you're going to have many more sunny days in your career than you do rainy. And that's, let's get on with the rest of the graduation ceremony. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Rich, and thank you for your service to the college and all that you've done. You've been an exemplary president, and we appreciate all that you've done. Okay, It's my great pleasure to be able to present this year's Honorary Doctorate in Fine Arts to Ingrid Schaffner. Schaffner is an internationally known curator, art critic, writer, and educator. I first came to know Ingrid when she was the chief curator for the Institute of Contemporary Art at the University of Pennsylvania. She was hired in 2000 to direct and reshape the museum's curatorial department and continued with the ICA until 2015. In keeping with its history, her work brought attention to under-recognized artists or little explored themes and practices in the art world, and included exhibitions by Polly Applebaum, Maria Coleman, and Jason Rhodes, to name many or a few. Ingrid was born in Pittsburgh, grew up in Los Gatos, California, and attended Mount Holyoke College. She then moved to New York City to attend the Whitney Museum of American Art's Independent Study Program, where she was a Helena Rubinstein Curatorial Fellow, and New York University's Institute of Fine Arts, where she received a master's degree in art history. Known for the breadth of her art historical knowledge and her exceptional collaboration with artists, Ingrid's work often coalesces around themes of archiving and collecting, photography, feminism, and alternate modernisms, especially surrealism. As an independent curator and writer, Ingrid worked with artists, curators, and writers such as Richard Artschwager, Nancy Rosen, and Honor Moore on the tree archiving and research projects. She wrote numerous reviews, features for Art Forum, Art in America, Parquet, and Frieze, and was a contributor to exhibition catalogs on the work of Marlene Dumas, Josiah McElhenney, and Bruce Nauman. Ingrid travels widely to lecture. She serves as a guest critic and participates in symposiums in institutions including the Rhode Island School of Design, NYU, and the University of Texas at Austin. Her annual lecture, What is Contemporary?, which explores themes and trends in recent art, draws large and enthusiastic audiences every year. She's taught seminars on Andy Warhol and post-minimalism at the University of Pennsylvania, and on research methodology at Trustees Educator. She serves currently on the Graduate Advisory Committee of the Bard Center for Curatorial Studies. In addition to ICA, Ingrid has organized shows for the Drawing Center, Swiss Institute, Hans de Kunst in Munich, White Columns, Hayward Gallery in London, Boulder Museum of Contemporary Art, and elsewhere. She is currently at work on the 57th Carnegie International, which will open at the Carnegie Museum of Art in Pittsburgh in the fall of 2018. With Ingrid Schaffner and Art Block, please join me at the podium. Ingrid, you are truly an inspiration, Ingrid, come on. And a great role model for our graduates. It's a joy and a pleasure and an honor to have you here. Congratulations. Okay, here we go. Yes, the art's going to hood to, so come over here. There we go. I have to say, by virtue of the authority designated to me, I confer upon you, Ingrid Schaffner, the honorary degree of Doctor of Fine Arts, and declare that your name is to be forever in the college's roll of honorary members.
Wowee,
part of the graduating class of 2017, especially because this is my second time to graduate from a women's college. In 1983, I received my undergraduate degree from Mount Holyoke, the first women's college in America, founded in 1837, just 11 years prior to Moore opening its doors, the first and only college of visual arts and design for women. Sisters, when I chose to go to a women's college, it was not to not be around men. It was a college, not a monastery, and naturally there were plenty of men around. The choice that I made was to be with women and to get to know myself as a woman, getting to know herself, meaning when I went to college, I had very little idea of what I wanted to do afterwards. It was a precious and empowering time for me, as I'm sure it has been for you and your classmates. And us today, together, now as women, is even more relevant looking at you. I'm thinking of the women's marches that took place around the world just over 100 days ago that demonstrated how vigilant we are and must be to continue to defend those truths that are self-evident, that all people are created equal and a woman's choice is a woman's choice. Looking at you, I know it's going to be all right. Why? Because you're about to receive diplomas in art and design, diplomas that prove that you have the power and the passion to envision beautiful things and create a truly progressive future. Let's not trade in our cute pink knitted hats for those weird red dresses in Margaret Atwood's Handmaid's Tale anytime soon. Looking at you, I'm thinking that when I graduated from college, I found myself where many of you find yourselves today, having spent the last couple of years immersed in an enriching chapter of study. The moment of graduation comes to find most of us, most definitely, not sure of where all that hard work is heading. But this is also very much where I find myself today, in this state of not knowing exactly where my work is leading, or what my next project is going to be. And being open to that state, I have found to be a very productive place to be in. It's what got me here today and what will keep me going forward with my work to come. Let me explain. After college, I embarked on a 5-year internship to myself. I headed to New York, armed with my trusty art history degree and a nice sum of student debt, and I went for a curatorial fellowship at the Whitney Museum of American Art. It was nearly non-paying. We fellows received a weekly stipend of $90 for guarding the exhibition that we had organized. So I also had to get a part-time job, which I did as a Girl Friday for an art consultant. So I'm doing everything from picking up dry cleaning, doing the bookkeeping, preparing slide presentations for the private and corporate collectors, the architects and public art projects that were for clientele. I have a glowing memory of myself serving baby schnecken, which are these sticky little snail-shaped danishes, to Victor Gans. Victor Gans, who was the eminent collector of Pablo Picasso and Eva Hesse, and this was during a meeting in his art-filled apartment. So less gloriously, but more usefully, I learned from a woman who ran her own business how to work as an independent professional, how to cobble together a living for many different projects, how to write proposals, get jobs, bill people, pay taxes. And that's when my internship to myself turned into me becoming an independent curator, which is what I gradually found myself doing for the next decade, organizing exhibitions of contemporary art for galleries and museums on a freelance basis. This was not a terribly well-paying proposition, and not unlike an artist, I did a lot of other things to support my work as a curator, including archiving and bookkeeping for artists in their studios. I also started writing art criticism and publishing in art magazines, but this too fell more in the avocation department of work that we feel perhaps more born than paid to do. That said, for me at the time, the compensation was not the $65 that I was paid to review an exhibition, and it probably took me 3 days to do that, but the invaluable experience of learning to work with editors and to see my words in print. The compensation was to be able to do my work. New York was really not that much different then as it is today. Expensive and hard to find a place to live. I sublet my way through many years and neighborhoods until I could afford to settle in a place of my own. That's fine, that's normal. Give yourself time, give your work time. But one big difference now is that while you could say then that New York was the capital of contemporary culture, today that just isn't so. Contemporary art of all stripes and disciplines, along with the marketplaces and the context for seeing and thinking about it, is happening everywhere because of the internet and digital culture that connects us globally, and because artists themselves are not buying into the hegemony of New York. So when you are thinking about where your work is going to lead you, think about Pittsburgh, perhaps, and Transformasium. Transformasium is a collaborative group of three women artists who left Brooklyn for the Burgh to enmesh themselves and their community-based art practice in a local public library. They set up a ceramic and a silkscreen studio for the neighborhood's use, and also an art lending library where anyone with a library card can check out a work of art just like you would a book. Or think about Maddie Sloman and Emily Winter, the artist design team who run the Weaving Mill, a small industrial mill that works with people of diverse textile experience to make a space and blankets between the hand and the machine. The Weaving Mill is located outside of Chicago. Or maybe you are staying in Philadelphia, another excellent choice for art and artists, as I well know from my 15 years as curator at the Institute of Contemporary Art at the University of Pennsylvania. This was, I should say, also my first full-time job at the ICA, my first job with benefits after all that freelance work. So while at ICA, I had the opportunity to do exhibitions with Sarah McEnany, Karen Klimnick, Polly Applebaum, Louise Fishman, four in a great lineage of women artists from Philadelphia, including also Alice Neal and Mary Cassatt. About the time that you started at Moore, I left Philadelphia for Pittsburgh, my current gig at the Carnegie Museum of Art. I was hired to be the curator of the next Carnegie International, America's most historic survey of current art from around the world. It started in 1896. Mine will be the 57th, and it will take place in 2018. So we've been on somewhat parallel course these past couple of years. While you've been on your journey of creativity and self-discovery here at Moore, I've been based in Pittsburgh, traveling and learning about new art and artists, and like you, enriching my capacity with study and work. And where you are today, I too will be in 2019 when my exhibition at the Carnegie Museum is over, my work there is done, and I am bound to do something new. In other words, I identify with where you're sitting right now, and I say it's a great place to be. This moment of transition is something to cherish and to keep returning to throughout your life and your work ahead. Why? Because work leads to work. This is the great lesson of the creative life that you've dedicated yourself to. The cliche of the blank canvas, the empty page, the naked mannequin is real. It's terrifying to start afresh, to always be going, it seems, back to the beginning. But that's also the great reward of a creative life, this potential and its moment. Something is always taking shape, building on what you've already done before. Work leads to work. And when you feel anxious or afraid that no more work will come, go for a walk or a bike ride, or start doing something else. Your work will always find you. Be open to opening up to that next thing, always. I thought about us all today, all wearing our graduation robes, and I'm looking at you now, and we look great. We are wearing our achievement. These fetching caps and gowns have a certain neutrality that is powerful too. They unify and they identify us as a group of women who worked hard to receive an education, and we celebrate with our friends and family today that which will keep rewarding us for years to come. After the ceremony, when we take off our gowns, when we disrobe, if you will, we return to our individual selves. I'm thinking that covered up by all of these gowns that we are wearing are the fabulous outfits that you are wearing underneath. And if the gown represents your years in college, you're more of crafting your inside self, that outfit underneath you shows you crafting yourself for the outside world every day. And this crafting is important, this daily creativity of self-fashioning. From Philadelphia this afternoon, I'm going to New York, yes, New York. And I'm going there to see 3 dresses. First, to the Brooklyn Museum to see the dress of Georgia O'Keeffe. One of the most iconic figures of American art. We know Georgia O'Keeffe's great paintings, or posters of her great paintings of giant flowers, of bleached bones, of clouds. But did you know that Georgia O'Keeffe also made her own clothes? That severe and chiseled look of her art extended to her attire, to modern black dresses and coats, which she actually sewed herself. Perhaps as famous as O'Keeffe's paintings are the images of her, dressed and undressed, taken by her famous photographer husband, Alfred Stieglitz. In one of his many pictures of her exquisite hands, she is wearing a thimble. The next dress that I'm going to see is Rei Kawakubo's. The Japanese designer whose label Comme des Garçons revolutionized fashion, and her work is the subject of a major exhibition at the Metropolitan Museum of Art. Kawakubo is best known for creating outfits that look like sleeping bags that went through the wrong cycle in the washing machine and dryer before being rolled up and worn on the body like a strange growth or extra appendage. I'm not interested in making clothes to wear, Kawakubo has said, of her artistic and liberating approach to fashion. The third dress is Jay Jarrell's. A member of the Afro-Cobra Black Power movement, Jarrell's work is part of the exhibition We Wanted a Revolution, Black Radical Women, 1965 to 85, on view at the Brooklyn Museum's Feminist Center for Contemporary Art. Jarrell's dress combines a sophisticated history of African textile traditions with the graphic punch of her politics. Her dress is like wearing a protest banner, chic and radical. What these dresses have in common is a sense of freedom and discipline. As acts of daily creativity, they show us that you too have the power to construct yourself through your work every day. And tomorrow, when you get up, I know that you're going to feel great when you get dressed and are a graduate of Moore College of Art and Design class of 2017. Sisters!
Thank you, Ingrid. We're so happy to welcome you as part of the Moore community. And we appreciate all that you do in using your work for women in the arts. Think about this, a voice for women in the arts, and that beautiful garment underneath that represents who you are. That's fabulous, thank you. It really appealed to all of us, thank you. I would like to now call Chief Academic Officer Tricia Phillips to the podium. Dean Phillips joined us from the Rhode Island School of Design last year and has been a welcome addition to the college as a leader and a colleague. She is a noted scholar in her own right and has modeled a collaborative spirit, respectful collegiality, and an unwavering commitment to high standards. And we are delighted to have her here and to have her become part of the Moore community. Patti?
Hello everyone. I'm really delighted to be here. Poet, feminist, and political activist Audre Lorde wrote, "The quality of light by which we scrutinize our lives has direct bearing upon the product that we live." and upon the changes we hope to bring about through those lives. It is with this light that we form those ideas by which we pursue our magic and make it realized. This is a day of light, of magic, and of realization. Here we are together to acknowledge this great moment of achievement and passage. I imagine that for many of our graduates here today, this event once felt so distant, perhaps at times even out of reach. Yet here we are. The occasion of your commencement from Moore College of Art and Design has arrived. This joyous transition that honors what you have created and accomplished at the college, yet also summons all of the possibilities and unknowns, adventures and uncertainties of the future. Audre Lorde wrote so vividly about the alchemy of women and love, of conviction and doubt, of power and fear. She wrote, "When I dare to be powerful, to use my strength in the service of my vision, then it becomes less and less important whether I am afraid." With President Fitzgibbon, I welcome members of the class of 2017, families and friends, board members and academic leadership, faculty and staff. How wonderful to convene together as these remarkable Moore students proceed through this threshold. I arrived at Moore in July 2016, less than a year ago, and I must admit that sometimes I lament that I have witnessed just the final year of these students, these eminent college graduates and Moore alumni here today. But I have observed and listened enough throughout this first year to share emerging thoughts. The work of these students, graduates, here today has been vibrant and passionate, generous and committed. Their shared bonds of respect, attention, and affection have been powerfully present each day at Moore. They have encouraged, challenged, and emboldened each other, and also generously attended to each other's successes and setbacks. All of you here today represent what is deep, sustaining, and enduringly generative of a Moore education. And what is a Moore education and experience? For me, what I've observed, it is a distinctive space of open-minded inquiry and open-ended discovery that leads to ambitious and achievable goals, the capacity to transform inclination into realization. It is a dynamic and adaptive ecology that cultivates unique, independent thinking that is expanded and deepened through the affiliations and collaborations that the college encourages and fosters. Opportunities, as Audre Lorde proposes, for redefining ourselves and devising realistic scenarios for altering the present and constructing the future. I have witnessed how a Moore education accelerates and intensifies the process of becoming. I look forward to the unimaginable and consequential ways that these not quite yet Moore alumni here today will continue to emanate their embrace of curiosity, their clarity of vision, and capacity to lead throughout the inevitable change you will experience in your lives, work, and in the world. I expect that all of you will be involved in unprecedented ways of what philosopher Nelson Goodman called ways of world making that emerge from the creative will, the audacity to anticipate with agility and respond with purpose. And as you have learned and demonstrated at Moore, this requires extreme attention, expansive intelligence, speculative inclination, acute ethical sensibilities, and compassion for each other. As you pursue your own ways of world making, always remember that your unique time at Moore, and now with the college's extended community of alumni and agents in the world that have preceded you, you have helped to shape and create a fruitful place for future generations of students to grow and flourish here. You are part of and will continue to contribute to this college's great historical and narrative arc, almost 170 years. You are just really part of a remarkable legacy. I offer my congratulations and good wishes to all of you, and thank you for the countless impressions each and every one of you leave with us, the power of community that you represent, and your inspired work. And one final word from Audre Lorde. Poetry is not only dream and vision, it is the skeleton architecture of our lives. It lays the foundation for a future of change, a bridge across our fears of what has never been done before. Candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Fine Arts will please rise. Madam President, President Fitzgibbon, in the judgment of the faculty of Moore College of Art and Design, the seniors standing have met all of the requirements for the baccalaureate degree.
Get ready. By virtue of the authority delegated to me, and with the highest hopes for your future, I hereby confer upon each of you the bachelor's degree for which your studies have qualified you. The members of the class of 2017 will now receive their diplomas, but I don't hear any applause. I turn the podium over to the departmental chairpersons. Firstly, Robert Wood.
The candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Fine Arts in Animation and Game Arts are Megan Laura Barker, Kelsey J. Blizzard with a minor in illustration. Shannon Elise Crossan, magna cum laude with a minor in illustration. Alexa Ann Consomanis, cum laude with a minor in illustration. Lindsay O'Brien with a minor in illustration. Imani Noor Richardson.
The candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Fine Arts in Art Education are Savannah Lily Harvey, Juliana S. Leviton,
Candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Fine Arts in Fashion Design are Naomi Edwige Adams, Monica Elizabeth Bates, magna cum laude, with a minor in business. Dakota Ann Bryson. Alyssa Marie Cortez. Victoria Lee Dallas, cum laude. Mariah Fisher. Victoria Antoinette Jenkins with a double minor in business and textile design. Madelange LaRoche. Holly A. McCaffrey. Kimberly Michelle McLinden, summa cum laude with a minor in business. Erin Keenan. Sorry. Jordan Taylor Nimnall. Shahada Shani Muzong with a minor in business. Siobhan DiGiuseppe Riley. Ariana Rodriguez with a minor in textile design. Lucy Berenice Sanchez Lucado, with a minor in textile design. Jana Alexis Scott.
The candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Fine Arts in Fine Arts are Mary Margaret Boren, cum laude with a minor in illustration. Cassandra Abigail Joy Brill with a minor in graphic design. Nola L. Boyle with a minor in art history. Carly Caulfield, magna cum laude with a minor in business. Savannah Hudicka. Ala T. Hughes in absentia. Emily Lynn Jensen, summa cum laude with a double minor in art history and creative writing. Adun Olua Maria Lamia with a minor in business. Christine Millay, magna cum laude with a minor in curatorial studies. Phoebe S. Morgan. Katie L. O'Neill, magna cum laude with a minor in art history. Jasmine LaShawn Joanna Tyndall. Kelsey N. Wimenauer.
The candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Fine Arts in Graphic Design are Randy Alexandra Bellamy, Jennifer Pettit, Nashla Sammy Faden, Rebecca Marie Fleming with a double minor in Business and Textile Design. Cheyenne Jacobs, cum laude. Kayla Elizabeth Jabb. Deborah Kim with a minor in illustration. Bonnie Christine Kotnorowski. Shiloh Hope Lenz, summa cum laude. Sarah Beatrice McDade. Nicole Desiree Morris, with a minor in textile design. Nancy Wai-Feng Nguyen. Margaret Taylor Reynolds with a minor in business. Vienna Marie Schrack, cum laude. Joy Imani Waller with a minor in business. The candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Fine Arts in Illustration are Lauren Atanasio, Imani Okello Ayo Oya, Madison Borrego, Katie Marie Brubaker, summa cum laude. Aaliyah Phaedra Conlon, cum laude. Stephanie Chapla with a double minor in business and graphic design. Sadie Entwistle, cum laude. Melissa Lynn Fennerty. Haley Kinsel. Olivia Ann Luterio, cum laude. Chelsea Jasmine Lyons with a minor in business. Alexis Bianca Maldonado. Abigail Teresa McGrath, magna cum laude, with a minor in creative writing. Jenna Miller with a minor in art history. Erica Louise Richards. Inez Santos. Carolyn Alyssa Sides. Wilson Ariel Smith, summa cum laude. Elena Lynn Tomasello, magna cum laude. Laura Elizabeth Torrent. Lydia C. Walsh with a minor in business. Rachel Wiggum. The candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Fine Arts in Interior Design are Raquel Summer Alvarin, minor in Chene Amelie Bates. Tricia Shanda, magna cum laude with academic honors. Ashley Christina Matthews.
There you go.
Casey Potts. Sarah Ann Sparks with a minor in photography and digital arts.
The candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Fine Arts in Photography and Digital Arts are Danielle Corrado, Bianca Danielle, English with a minor in business. Beverly Suzanne Smeding. Katie Stevens with a minor in art history.
You may now move your tassel from your right to the left. And now, I want you to raise your roses high in the air. You have officially graduated from Moore College of Art and Design. Down. We are so proud of you and your accomplishments, and we can't wait to see what impact you make on the world. Congratulations. One more round of applause.